Legacy Effects is a special effects house that works on some of the most iconic feature productions out there, as well as high-end commercials, music videos, video game commercials, anything live action with a suit or a character. Legacy Effects has probably touched it.
I've always wanted to work in effects, always wanted to work at this particular studio, and always wanted to be a designer at this particular studio. So for me, it's a big deal. You know, it's like a lifelong dream.
So what's behind us here is some of the suits from Pacific Rim, one of our biggest productions ever in-house. I think it spanned a total of 7 months working in-house and out-of-house with a service vendor.
For Pacific Rim, I did the Russian shoots, which was a lot of fun. There was an opportunity with change because of 3D printing and just the whole design flow changing, everything coming through the computer more than being a hands-on thing.
Pacific Rim was directed by Guillermo del Toro, who is a huge advocate of live action and physical effects. This was one of the first true projects where I saw things that were assumed to be digital come back into our hands to do practical.
I like being able to see what I make and hold it in my hands and see it on the actor and see them moving, and it's nice. It has a different type of life to it than just seeing it on a computer screen or on a piece of paper.
There's a lot of workflow that goes behind the scenes, and it takes minds that can think further ahead than where we're actually at. And the 3D printing technology, whether it's in-house or out-of-house, complements that, because there's a way. It's an extension of how you think, and that's how I always think about a printer. Everyone's like, oh, this printer's great, blah, blah. It's whatever, it's a piece of technology, and it's probably gonna change in a year. And by being able to partner up with Solid Concepts, which just doesn't have one piece of technology, they offer many pieces of technology that complement our needs, whether it be for end-use direct manufacturing in an ABS or a polycarbonate or Ultem off of an FDM machine, or even an SLA process. I have those choices of what makes sense. We quickly realized that it's more than parts. It's ideas being thrown out, it's a way to get new techniques out there, it's a way to get what we used to do with our hands before there was that magic button. There was no plug-in back then. When we had to do something back in the day, we were the first ones to do it by hand. So being able to mix the technology to get our physical piece back in a material or a process that needed to be done so we could go back to our artistry and being magicians like we were back in the day, you get goosebumps. It's great. Solid Concepts has years of experience within manufacturing, within every aspect, and have educated us in a way in our mindsets that really allows us to know all the options out there and how to fuse with it. And on top of the technology that they have, the services that they offer, it's also the interfacing of people that get it and understand our business. It's just an enabler. I can do whatever I need to do. Some people get it, some people don't get it. People just think I'm gonna buy this magic box that's just going to do it, and that's not the case. But what it does, it allows you to, whatever your business model is, whatever your workflow is, you can go from that thought process, whether it's creative, scheduling, you name it, and extend it out and figure out how to get it done. I can only imagine the possibilities.